Hello everyone, I'm Okeedoku and we're back with Alchemy Factory. This will be episode 3. So, when we last left off, I just finished the 100 healing potions main quest, and next is 100 vitality potions, which we're not going to worry about for a while. Also, something I need to remember for future recordings is this game doesn't auto-save on close. Because I kind of messed up. I wrapped up the recording, then just closed the game without saving it. I realised almost immediately after, but I just went back in and quickly redid everything I'd already done. Other things to note: if you watched episode 2 and caught it, I'd totally messed up with the linen setup, so let's just grab a bit of flax, or this one, that's good. So for linen we need 120 thread a minute, but these processes are only making 20 a minute, so really what we need is 6 processor setups in total for a single assembler. So I was confused as to why the linen wasn't keeping up with the healing potions when really it should be the other way around. But I've looked into that, so we'll be fixing that today. Also, hopefully you can hear a bit of a difference, because I've gone and got myself a very budget microphone, but it'll at least be, or should at least be, an improvement for... should at least be an improvement from the headset microphone I used for the first 2 episodes. I've also got a very thrown together setup involving a shoebox, some kitchen roll, and some duct tape to try and dampen the surrounding sounds, because I do live in an old terraced house with high ceilings. The rooms are quite big. They're not really that suitable for recording, but we'll do what we can. This is best I can do for now. Obviously, as time goes on and the channel grows, I will put more effort into trying and improve things like that. But we deal for now. I do have other financial priorities, as you can imagine, especially when I'm just wanting to treat this as a hobby. Right, so other things, yeah, we'd not sorted this. So again, we're just going to look at the research tab before we do the upgrades, because I already know what I'm getting. Because this level introduces fertilizer, same as last time when we started using fuel, we're going to just go straight for upgrading fertilizer efficiency, which will... which will just keep, you know... I've lost... He's calmed down. 1 minute, I need to find my words. What were I saying? I can't remember. Anyway, end it there. How much Ollie? Excuse me? Yeah, okay, that daily profit's just blown me away. Right, let's get... Right, what's his daily quest? Okay, so there's 24 bandages, which we might be able to do. That's an urgent one. Sample request, so that'll unlock contracts, which we'll get into once we've done this sample quest. And then 101 wooden pulleys. For now... Right, next thing I'm going to do, we'll need a lot of these, and thankfully they're cheap. Oh no, they're not. I'm thinking of those, which we will also need. But... Right, that should do. I've blown all my money on the other things. These don't stack, which is annoying. But it's kind of the point of them, really. We'll get into what they do in a second as well. For now, that'll have to do. And they can just go there. Right, research. That's what we need to do. So, first thing we're going to do is purchasing portal. We can get, to be fair, we can do nothing else because we can't afford it. So we'll just buy all these that we can for now. Because the money's rolling in, which is all good. Right. So I keep saying so. I need to stop that. So no. That was very intentional, and I apologize. Right, we'll get those learned. We can also learn to make clay because that's, yeah, we're learning everything we can that doesn't get sold as a product. Yeah. Because now I need to have a good think about how I want to rearrange this with what we've got in order to get everything up and automated. Mouse? Mouse, do you mind? I've picked up my mouse. It's not detecting anything. There we go. Okay, I think I've got a rough idea of what I want to do. The only thing I've done while my recording was paused, I've moved the cash register to here because what we're going to do is take a tunnel conveyor and put that going outward there, so then the cash will come through here and we can redirect that to where we need it to go. The only issue I've got with this is we can't make the floor yet because all this will eventually be floored up, so at least it's all on an even level, but we can't do that yet. But we'll have to deal. Right. Right, I think it's time to start actually delving into making our first blueprints. First thing we want to do is add a purchasing portal to this one. And we'll set that to buy logs. Then all we're going to do is select all that. Then if we press F and H, we can save it as a blueprint. So this is just large wooden gears. And it'll also save the settings that you've got for purchasing portal. So basically what this does, you put money in, it'll automatically buy the resource you've got it set to buy, and then feed it through to wherever you've got it going. I also want to move these now to go these ones can just go here around the back, except not there. I'm going to put those there. Just going to put one of each in, and now what these do, they block a slot. So especially in early game, it makes these much more friendly on your finances, finance usage, because what it means is these won't buy as much to totally fill the processors up. And all we need to do is and just run that around there. Oh, right, this can go. Yeah, because I'm that's the first thing I'm gonna when I remember what words are, that's the first thing I'm gonna move. Essentially what I'm thinking is just have the machines go this way, and then I can just belt them around here, something like that. So now if we go into this, we can now just, and it tells us everything we need to make it. Right, and that's large wooden gears set up again. And all we need to do is link that up. And before we forget, get those in there. And then just put that there as well. Right, next thing I want to do is actually make a better setup for the small wooden gears, because now we've got a better infrastructure for stacking things vertically. We can do that. Honestly, that's one of the reasons why I wanted all this space, just so I've got a good area to design the blueprints for things, and then I can move them to where I want once I've got them saved. So let's get designing that small wooden gear blueprint. Okay, so that's that done, and as you can see, we've got a nice, well, fairly clean vertical stack. I've had to use the double lab stands here just to, I mean, I didn't have to, I could have used single ones and just left a gap here, but yeah, because the beams have either 3 or 5 long, we've had to extend it out just a bit longer than it really needs to be, but that's fine. Small wooden gears. Then whenever we do rebuilds or rearranges, it's already set up. Okay, next is mortars. Once again, this will just be a sped up time lapse, but so we'll vertical stack the stone crushers and we'll stack the processors as well. And there we go. So next is rope, which we don't need to do anything with because that is already set up as it should be. So all we really need to do is end the day. So make sure everything's selected that we want. Rope. I have just thought though, we're going to want this somewhere else. Because rope don't rely on a purchasing portal. It's going to need the flax feeding into it. So we'll worry about that later. Do these have anything in? No. Goodbye. Next is this. Now, as I stated earlier in our episode, I totally messed up with linen production. So we're going to fix that now with this next blueprint. Okay, there we go. That should be about right, I believe. Now, next thing we want to do will be iron and iron nails. But before that, because we unlocked the crucible, we're gonna want to set up a temporary charcoal setup. I'm saying temporary because later down on this level we'll unlock the blast furnace, which will be a lot better for us because it's much bigger. Okay, this might not be incredible, but for now it'll very much do. And then this one needs to go somewhere, but I also want to set up I just want to set up an iron smelter that's going to get split between storage and nails for building purposes. And then just have another that's set up just for nails for the shop. Okay, so that's these set up. So this one will be for the just building material ones. So I've got the purchasing portal there. Thankfully catapults do launch into the smelters. Otherwise it's kind of annoying to set up I mean, I could set up vertically actually. We'll worry about that later. I'm sure there'll come a time where that's the much better option, but... Right, it's time to do some flax harvesting. It'd be nice if gridlocks could stack in your inventory, but not in processes. If there was some way for that to happen, that would actually be incredible. I think these are all set up. How do these have stone? That's how these have stone in. I am a moron. So nurseries, they need clay, so I guess producing clay would be next. So then we can start making the nurseries. Guys, I didn't buy too much flax in my last episode, I swear. I didn't have a problem. But we'll start clearing these. I wish in this it told you the rates per minute rather than just how long it takes, because now I need to... I can do the maths for it, just not in my head. So, give me a sec while I figure this out. Okay, yep, so I've worked it out. So, this charcoal setup will be fine. So we can just copy that. And then for the sand, we need 3 stone crushers and 12 grinders in total to make it even. So let's start working on that. Okay, that's clay set up. So all we need to do now is hook this one up. And then I think we might be good to... Actually, no, we won't need to reopen shop. I'll use all the money I've got on me at the minute. And we'll keep the shop closed for as long as we're able, until we've got things fully set up again. And all we have to do now is fire up these furnaces. Just a few planks will do it. Right, and we're making clay, which means in the next episode we'll start working on the nurseries a bit. Well, I say a bit, we'll get a really good setup for nurseries. So in between episodes, I think what I'm going to do is just do a bit of maintenance and tidying up. So I'll get rid of this, I'll get this last bit of flax used. I'll hook all these up to being restocked in the shop, and I'll just get rid of all this. You don't need to see me doing this in the episode. I can just run you through it when the episode starts. So, yeah. This has been episode 3 of Alchemy Factory. Hope you've enjoyed. If you've stuck around this long, thank you very much. And be sure to like and subscribe. Give me incentive to put more and more effort into this channel. Well, more than I'm already going to anyway. I am trying to improve things little by little every episode I do. And hopefully that comes through. But if not, no worries. I'll just have to keep trying. But I've been enjoying doing this so far, and I hope to continue. So, thanks again for watching, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.